So this is the first lesson of 5 in the probability unit, and this just pretty much goes over helping us understand what probability is, how to identify a probability, and what it can help us forecast. So probability is the likelihood. Whoops, I spelled that wrong already. This word gets me every time. It looks so funny. Likelihood, yeah, of an event happening. So you have a certain event, you want to say, well, how likely is it going to happen? And as a number, it can be expressed between 0 and 1. So here we see a number line. 0 is going to be the impossible. Snowing when it's 100 degrees outside. Impossible. 1's going to be the certain. You can be certain that every school year will start after your summer break. I don't know, I guess not. That's probably not a very good one, but we'll see some others here that are better than that. And then half, that's at 50-50, so it's equally likely. Equally likely. And then, of course, here is our unlikely, and then this one is likely, okay? So if it's snowing when it's 40 degrees outside, it's not certain. It's not impossible either. It's unlikely, but it could happen. Getting a ticket if you're speeding, it's likely if a police officer catches you, but it's not certain because the police officer may not catch you. Burning your dinner if you cook it too long. Well, that's pretty likely, but not certain. You can overcook something without it being burned. And then I've taken this one off because it doesn't make sense to me, and there's been a lot of discrepancy on how likely we think it is. Number 3, water boiling at 75 degrees Fahrenheit? No way. Impossible. 220 degrees is boiling, or 212. I think one's simmering, one's boiling. It's over 200. A coin landing on heads when it's flipped? Well, there's only 2 possible outcomes, so it's equally likely one or the other. It's a 50-50. Well, let's look at how we assign numbers. First of all, we want to look at our notation. We put P for probability, and then in parentheses, we put whatever the event is we're looking for, and that will we'll put equal, and then we'll write that probability. Well, when the probability of an event is not occurring, it's called the complement. So that's when it's not going to occur, and it's displayed with the prime of event. It's the others. It's the not occurring. So here we have 5 marbles, 1 striped, 2 with diamonds, and then 1 solid and 1 kind of dotted. What's the probability of choosing a marble with stripes? Well, there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 marbles. So there's 1 probability that it would be striped. So in 5 marbles, there's 1 that's striped. The probability of pulling stripes is 1/5. Pretty unlikely. What's the complement of choosing diamonds? That means total of 5, 2 are diamonds, so there's 3 that are not diamonds. Probability of spinning a W, the probability of a W is there's 1 W out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible outcomes. And then the complement of a vowel, the complement of a vowel would mean all consonants. Since there's 2 that are vowels, there's 5 that are not. All right? Simple probability is the ratio of Simple probability is the ratio of successful, let me see if I can write here, successful outcomes. In other words, the one you're looking for, the desired event, and that's compared to the total possible number of outcomes, total possible outcomes, all that are possible. And we write it as a fraction. A standard number cube. A standard number cube, one side has a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. Just what you know as dice. What is the probability? And we're going to change this to be P of 6. Probability of rolling a 6. There's 6 total. 1 is a 6. The probability of rolling a 5. There's a total of 6. And 1 is a 5. The probability of rolling an odd number. 1, 2, 3 of the 6. In other words, half. So it's equally likely. I went ahead and did a little pre-work here. And the probability of a black sock. I did some drawing over here. My little dashes are, you can see the 6 blue, the 10 black, and then 8 white, because the remaining were 8 and there was a total of 24. So the probability of drawing a black sock is 10 out of 24. I can chop that. I need to write it in simplest. Always write your probability in simplest. That means for every 12 socks, 5 are black. Probability of white, for every 1 sock, 3 are white, because 24 simplifies to 3. And for every navy sock, every 4 socks, there's 1 navy sock. So there's our probabilities for those 3. Excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and complete these, and if you have any questions, you should bring them to class, but look them over and make sure they make sense to you. So for number 11, when it says the probability of 3 or 4, that means I'll take a 3, I'll take a 4. So we have 2 possible outcomes that would be what we want, and so there's 2 out of 7 possibilities. On number 12, with the soccer, the word, if it's not a vowel, it's a consonant. You can see we're just as likely to draw a vowel as we are to draw a C, because there's 2 vowels and then there's also 2 C's, and it's the same total. On the last one, keep in mind the second one says anything but a comedy. So you're looking at all the possible outcomes that are not comedy. Take a look on this. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. I'm sorry you missed class. Hopefully this will be enough to get you started.